Hi everyone, this is Matt Touchot, and today we're looking at a problem from my book, Intro to Statistics for Community College Students. This is section 3A, number 10. Section 3A, number 10. And we're looking at trying to figure out what the null and alternative hypothesis would be based on a statement about a population. So here's the statement. Number 10 says, we claim that the population correlation coefficient is 0. Okay, now we haven't really even got into correlation studies yet, but we have learned that the population correlation coefficient is the Greek letter rho. It's a Greek letter rho, and it kind of looks like a squiggly P. It's actually not a P, it's a rho, but a lot of people think it's a P, but it's really not. It's the Greek letter rho. That's the population correlation coefficient. It kind of determines if two quantitative variables have a linear relationship or not. And it's oftentimes compared to 0. When the population correlation coefficient is 0, usually that means there's no linear relationship between the quantitative variables. Okay, so looks like our claim is that rho is 0, right? Doesn't say less, doesn't say greater, doesn't say at least or at most. It just says rho is 0. So that's going to be my claim. So I'm going to write rho equals 0, and that's going to be my claim. Okay, there we go. So rho equals 0. Now we're going to go ahead and figure out, okay, what's the opposite of the claim? If you notice, I'm not in a hurry to write down H0 and HA on my paper. I want to know what the claim is, and I want to sort of know what the opposing view is. Since they didn't give me an opposing view here, I might have to think about opposites. So what would be the opposite of is 0 or equals 0? Well, of course, that would be is not 0, right? Or different than 0. We use that as a not equal to. So it sounds like the opposing view to the claim is rho is not equal to 0. There's my opposite of the claim. So rho is not equal. Not equal looks like an equal to with a slash through it. Now I decide which one's the null and which one's the alternative. Remember, H0 is always the one with equal to. So this top statement has to be H0, the null hypothesis. The statement that does not have an equal to part always is HA. So this one has to be HA. Notice again, claim has nothing to do with it. Claim could be the null or the alternative on any problem. So don't go by claim, you go by the symbol. Equal to is always a null, not equal to is always an alternative. Okay, so it looks like something like this, right? Rho equals the 0 is the null hypothesis. It's also the claim, and rho is not equal to 0 is the alternative hypothesis. Now, what test is this? Again, HA's symbol decides the test. So since HA is a not equal, we learned that not equal is a two-tailed test. So this would be a two-tailed test. And that's what our solution would look like. All right, so I hope that was helpful for you. This was section 3A, number 10.